And you are welcome. It's time for our fashion segment for Friday, and today we have Essie Uche. She's the founder of Essie Uche Clothings, a brand that has successfully carved a niche for itself and also a business niche in streetwear and self-care, blending her passion and also fashion sense into one beautiful package. And when you see her, you'll agree. You are welcome, Esther. Good to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Let's talk about your, how do I put it, our brand and the niche that you have provided for. Let's talk streetwears and stuff. Why the need to go into that segment of fashion?
Okay, so I mean, fashion is everything that you can, represent and reflect. And I feel streetwear is an everyday need for humans, of course. So why not? Yeah.
Okay, so do you put into consideration our climate here in Lagos, especially only just a week ago? In fact, only just a couple of days ago, we're all dying because Mother Nature was parboiling Nigeria. So when it comes to fashion and your designs, do you have that as a consideration?
Oh, yes, of course. I mean, our weather here is pretty hot and sometimes cold. So the materials that I use are basically cotton, and cotton is good for the skin.
Okay.
And sometimes I use polyester as well, just to give a little bit of elasticity.
Polyester doesn't work with me.
Oh, why not?
Oh, because there's a booming aura that comes from after a day inside of polyester. You must agree.
Okay.
But in any case, you have a couple of models here with us that we're going to be taking a look at real soon, so we can see exactly what that fashion is like, what that streetwear fashion that your brand gives is like. But I wanted to ask, business now in a country like Nigeria and everything that we're going through, how easy has that been for you, and the challenges perhaps?
Well, so business is pretty good, but of course the economy, it's not so good. But however, I try to find a balance between the two, because by all means we must get clothed.
Yeah.
So I try to see the pocket and ensure that the brand has its standards and it's also meeting the needs.
All right, we're going to come back to that, pockets versus standards, and also making sure that it is still a very standardized type of. Now, let's take a look at one or two of our models and see what that fashion that we're talking about is like. Now, it's called Essie Uche Clothing. Let's have our model come out so we can check out what this brand has in offering for Nigerians. But while we're getting our model, now, so you started Essie Clothing when?
I started sometime in 2019, but it officially kicked in 2022, yes.
2022, so it's going to be 2 years old?
Yes.
Out there, yeah, okay,
yes.
Grand. All right, so let's take a look at our very first model here. While you talk us through this, what would you call it? Ensemble, I guess?
So what she's putting on is the resilient shirt. So this is the female wear. And if you notice, you have Nigeria and the year 1981. So that year was when the women's rights was actioned.
Ah, interesting.
Yes, and of course Nigeria, because I have to bring it back home. And of course resilience. This is showing us to be resilient as women, because I mean, women's rights has really not been so pronounced here in this part of the world. So wearing this would always keep you in check and also remind you to always be resilient in everything that we've done. Because we've had women in the past, people like Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. I mean, she's still here with us, yes, but they have shown so much tenacity, so much resilience.
So it's not just fashion; it's also some sort of expression.
Exactly.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's interesting. I also see that you're wearing one of yours as well, and on it you've got the word secured. Do you want to talk us through that one as well?
Oh yes. So the idea is to enable people be secured in their self, in their body, in whatever thing they represent. Because most times people, lean towards their insecurities. So what the brand has successfully done is enable people see the inner thing, the inner beauty, the inner security, and just let them live through, you know, all that.
I love that expression. I love it. Let's take a look at our second model. This model looks very familiar, but let's check her out now. This is a very nice lemon. Is that lemon or yellow? Which is it?
It's yellow and lemon.
Yellow and lemon. Lemon's my best color.
Okay.
And it's got tenacity, 1981, Nigeria. Talk us through the inscription here.
So tenacity, I mean, Nigerian women has always been known to be tenacious with everything that they do. For instance, Agbani Derego, she represented us at the Miss World pageant, and she came to be the winner. And I think it's something that needs to be emulated because it takes so much courage to actually go through a competition like that, being that we have never won anything before her. So yes, that
so long ago, but it still echoes even up until now. I'm going to have both our models come out so that we can see them together. But while they're doing that, let me ask, there seems to be a certain kind of feministic or feminist nuance to your brand. Am I correct? Or
Oh, no, you're not correct.
I'm not correct. Okay.
Yeah.
There's another follow-up question to that, but answer first, please.
Okay, yeah. So as much as I want the women to be outspoken, be represented, the men are not left out. Because what I see is we have focused so much on women that we are neglecting the men.
Yeah.
And the society is what it is because of how we are being perceived. So we shouldn't leave the men out of it. I actually have something for the men as well.
Good.
And most times it's the inscriptions like the secured. There's a male version of this because the Nigerian man has to be secured as well.
Nice.
You know, and I also lean towards the mental health of men.
Good.
Yeah, and I also have like initiatives, projects that direct towards that. Just last year, I had some sort of initiative to help men be more outspoken and share their insecurities and learn how to get through with that.
I see one of those designs on the screen here, unbroken, unhooked.
Unhooked, yes.
Unhooked, that's good.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Let's take a look at our models once again so we get that's beautiful. I love the combination of colors on each of those all the time. Now, if can I suggest a few inscriptions for men?
Yes, please.
Yes. So, inscription number 1 should be us too.
Us too?
Yes.
Noted.
This is coming off of the Me Too.
Okay.
What's it called? Expression. Us too is a very, I mean, we matter as well, and we've been neglected, like you said, from a while just now. And I think that we also need to start our own movement and be relevant once again in social consciousness. I don't know if you agree with me.
I totally agree with you.
Us too. Then there's mendem or mandem to give us back that masculinity that seems to have been taken away from us because of the new social movements and all. While we respect women and we love what they've done, and I'm speaking from a personal point of view now, I also believe that there should be a balance.
Yes,
the advocacy should also be on the side of men as well, so that we don't absolutely lose that need, that essence. Thank you very much. That's the right word. You've got so many of these words. Essence. Another inscription, please. The essence of life. In any case, Uche, it's been great having you here and also checking out your designs. We look forward to seeing more of these. We want you back over here and Wake Up Nigeria so we can also talk about these as well.
Absolutely.
Great.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome to stay. And of course, hopefully that you have enjoyed that little one and also the fashion segments and scents and everything. Maybe you might be inspired to make your own inscriptions and suggest to Essie Clothings, Essie Uche Clothings for one or two of those inscriptions. You know her social media handle.